Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time.
Just falling off my head.
Okay. Now, happy Monday, everybody. Today is Monday, April the 8th. It's eclipse day. We just got done with the eclipse. Or actually, I think if we were to go out there and look, we would still have some partiality going on. We got to see totality and darkness, and it was really freaking cool.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the middle.
Yeah, we were in the path of totality. Definitely had a grand time with it. Do you like my sash? This year I'm birthday queen. I still actually have the It's My Birthday sash from last year. I was going to pack it over the weekend. We went to Cincinnati for the weekend for my birthday to celebrate with my birthday twin, my oldest niece, and they got me a little sash. I'll show you the other thing I got when we go to haul. Because when we go to haul, we're gonna have to break. I'm gonna break the video because I cannot put everything I want to show you. Like, I feel like I have a lot of stuff, but. Guild meeting was Wednesday before my birthday,
Busy week.
It really was. Guild meeting was Wednesday before my birthday, and they had some of our immediate past president, my friend Annie's, things who passed away last February for everyone to take and put to use, and I took quite a bit of things.
I grabbed a couple.
Joe grabbed a couple. I mean, there was a lot of stuff, and a lot of people grabbed a lot of things. By no means are we going to show you everything. But, so yeah, so we went to Cincinnati Friday we went to Cincinnati Friday. We were down there all weekend. We got back this morning for my birthday weekend with my brother's family, my oldest niece's birthday twin. And I totally forgot to take my other birthday sash, but they had already got me a birthday queen sash. And I rocked it all day Saturday, even when we went to Jungle Gyms. And when we came back to the hotel, and everybody was telling me randomly telling me happy birthday, and it was fantastic, and I felt so special, and I loved it. I know, I'm weird. I love you. That's kind of the week in a nutshell. It was very busy. We had a great time, though. Watched the littlest niece play 2 different volleyball matches.
She crushed it both times.
Their team crushed it. Her team's good. She's good.
She's a little demon server.
Yeah. We went to an old-fashioned Benjamin Franklin store. If you're my age or older, you know what a Benjamin Franklin is. If you're my age or younger, you don't know what a Benjamin Franklin is. And I have absolutely no way of explaining it to somebody younger than me who doesn't know.
A mom and pop Hobby Lobby.
Well, it was a chain store, and they were kind of all around.
But it's about the size and building of like a mom and pop shop. But they had like the idea of a Hobby Lobby.
Well, I guess like it was a 5 and dime store, which anybody younger than me probably doesn't know what a 5 and dime store is. Woolworths, Woolworths department
Yeah, you're not
store.
going to be able to explain any of it, but the terminology that's meant to be used with it.
I guess you could say it was the OG department store.
So it was the OG Hobby Lobby.
I guess. This one is definitely got a lot of crafting stuff in it. The one in Oberlin, I don't think has that much crafty stuff in it. I haven't been to one in Oberlin in so long.
We should probably go over there then.
We should. I should. Okay. But we had a really great time. And we had a really good week. Albeit busy. I guess the only... That was a spectacular weekend.
Shout out people?
Yeah, let's shout out our viewers.
Angie, Ann, Lynn, Teresa, Tamara, June.
I should say our commenters because people
Viewers would be this Saturday.
Well, I was going to say... People watch and don't comment, and I don't know if you're watching and not commenting, so...
Yep.
Thank you all so much for commenting. Thank you all for birthday wishes. I appreciate it. And I feel very old. I am old.
You're not old until you can get a senior citizen discount.
Getting ever closer. So.
And guess what? And if you don't think you're old when you get a senior citizen discount, you're not old then either.
Okay. There we go. So let's move on to whips. No whips.
I am the hospitality host for our Needlework Guild, so I was so busy running around doing stuff and helping with this, that, and the other thing that I never got a chance to stitch.
Yeah, I didn't really get
And this weekend I
stitch.
didn't get to stitch either because, well, I didn't feel safe bringing the stitch because I'm a little more absent-minded than her and the dogs.
Yes, my brother has two very wonderful, crazy dogs. They have gotten better over the last couple of years, but they were both gotten as puppies. One is a German Shepherd Beagle mix, and the other is a Lab, I want to say, some sort of Bulldog mix. And they are both, oh my gosh, crazy.
The younger dog is still in the puppy energy levels of phase.
Bruno is still like crazy, and he chews on random things, and he has gotten better, but he still does chew on random things. So, well.
He doesn't chew on everything anymore, but he will chew on anything.
Yes.
So I didn't get any stitching. I literally haven't even thought about cross-stitching since last video because it's been busy cycle.
Yes, it's been very busy. There's been lots of stuff going on. Okay. Well, I did get some stitching done last week, which is kind of surprising because I had a busy week last week. I kind of had a busy week last week. With guild meeting. I had to go over Wednesday morning before guild meeting to the church to help water the Easter flowers. I had my church study group Thursday morning. We had an appointment Thursday afternoon. Yeah, we were kind of busy. Stitching was a little bit slower than I anticipated, but it wasn't too bad. So let's take a look at my first whip, which would be the Supernatural Sal. I did this obviously for the Sal prompt, because it's a Sal. And I need opinions for my next, for when I finish this and my other Sal, because I'm probably going to finish them about the same time. We'll talk about that in plans. But hopefully I've talked enough to put up a picture of what it's going to look like when we started, or what it's going to look like when it's done, what it looked like when we started. And here we are. Oh, I actually did this for the Sal for this week, which is Solar Eclipse, which was this week that we just had, which was Solar Eclipse week, and one of the prompts for the week prior, which I believe was stitch on something with letters, but I'm not 100% sure. So as you can see, I finished the Harpy. I did 513 stitches. So I finished the Harpy, and I have this border not quite, but almost done, because I've got to put bats here, and I'm going to do I've got a little bit of thread left here on the back, on here. I'm going to try to get some of this little detail done, and then it's just kind of across the bottom. And I think this will fit in my big hoop, my big Nerge hoop, so I can just bing, bing, bing all the way across. It's a lot of black. Somebody at Stitching last Monday was like, oh, you should just work on that until you finish it. And I'm like, do you see how much black I got to do? I am going to be so sick of stitching black. I am already sick of stitching black on this. I am. It's like almost all black left. So that's where we are on that. Put these away. What are you?
I think it's mine, actually.
Okay, just as long as I'm not missing something out of something I need. Okay. And we went into Solar Eclipse week. I didn't write down what I used my free pass on this week. My apologies, y'all. And I used this lovely, my Stamped Heart Succulent, for 2 prompts. For a whip, you have Abandon, and then Whip of Choice. Because I suppose forgetting about it for like 6 to 9 months is abandoning it.
Question? Do you want to tell the funny story about your one game in regards to this?
Oh yes, because there's more to the story. This is why I started the whole... This, honestly, is why I started the list of whips written down in my book. Because I legitimately had forgotten I had this whip.
I'm talking about a different story, but okay.
So, now, funny story. I use this, so my clan is not currently...
Clan in what?
In Myth and Magic Stitching Wars, is not currently... Well, okay. My clan... So they changed Myth and Magic Stitching Wars, so now we play by leagues. Because there are teams that are just gonna way outstitch other teams all the time, regardless. So basically, there was a lot of wait around and see while the big clans beat the snot out of each other, and just kind of sit back and hide until they had finished duking it out. And they wanted to kind of change that up. So they put us in leagues. So the more powerful teams are in the higher leagues. The little teams are in the lower leagues. You know, your wins in the game have impacted. There's a lot that goes into it. So when you play in league play, you get points for sending out attacks. You get points for surviving. There's points for something else. I don't have it all off the top of my head yet. But the team with the most points at the end of round play can move up into the next league. The team with the least amount of points at the end of round play will likely move down in league. So there are empty teams right now. There are empty teams, quote-unquote empty teams. Teams with no players in them that are technically ended up seeding in the higher leagues because of how previously, before moving on to Discord especially, they had won rounds and they had done this and they had done that. They'll eventually drop down because with the move over Discord, a lot of them didn't want to play on Discord. So it adjusts. All that to explain that. My team our round isn't yet. I figured I would try. I would see how it went with using my stamped kit. Because as a villager, if my claim got denied, oh well, so what? Well, I posted my first claim off of this, and like, that night, they were like, yeah, if you're going to use a stamped kit, we need a picture of the front with the starting number, and the back with the starting number when you start, and the front when you make your claim, and the back when you make your claim, because all the colors make it really hard to see your stitches. I get that. And I jokingly said to Joe, you know, when a whole ass rule gets created because of you. However, when I said it to Kat was like, it wasn't necessarily your project, even though, yeah, it's kind of hard to see it. She's like, we were able to actually tell yours pretty well, because you stitched a big item. Somebody used a stamped cross stitch to stitch 50 stitches for a weathered pebble. Okay, so here's where my stamped cross stitch started for these two prompts. And here's where we got to. Now, obviously, you can tell, you know, it's hard to see the stitching on this. Now, I have a ton of the stitching done on this. Like, I think all up in here is done. I'm pretty sure this is all done.
Yes, it is. I can tell from the back.
Most of this is done. I think I have like here-ish to finish.
Yep.
And then the background.
Can I,
What?
permission to flip?
Yeah, you can flip it.
And this is why they wanted the picture in the back.
Now, obviously, it is easier to see the threads in the back, and you can see where I have big gaps down here. I think even 50 stitches, with where I'm at, even 50 stitches on the back would not be very visible. Personal opinion. So, personally, particularly when my clan is in round play, I am not going to be using this for Myth and Magic Stitching Wars.
Me personally, I felt I would feel bad using something like the Zelda map I have. Because for 50 stitches, it kind of like got all over the place.
Yeah, and we were talking about that too. I'm like, I would not use something like this or a full coverage for 50 stitches.
Unless it's like 50 stitches of blue and it's the only thing there.
Right.
Because, like,
I mean,
yikes.
I could see when I get to the white, you're going to see a difference. Because you're filling in all of this blue and you're going over these numbers, blah, 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 blah.
Plus, they're also blocks.
Yeah. My other problem with doing this, especially this time, and using my Nurge hoops, is I have to put it in my biggest hoop at this point. Because there's so many, like, parts that have, you know, little spaces. It's like there's a little bit over here, and a little bit down here, and a little bit over here. And you don't get the whole thing across in the Nurge hoop, in the size 3 Nurge hoop. So, I do really want to get this finished. I do really enjoy it. But yeah, it's presented a few struggles.
You want my honest opinion on those things?
What?
As counterintuitive as it says, I think that would be harder with my ADHD than a regular cross-stitch pattern.
For your ADHD, it might be. For my purposes, because I count everything, it does present a little bit of a challenge. Honestly, if I wasn't counting everything like I do crazily, this would be so nice and easy because you could just...
Would you like to know what my problem would be? There'd be 1 to 2 colors, there'd be like 30, on something that big, there'd be 30 missing stitches.
Oh, I know why that's clunking like that. Well...
So that would be my problem, because I wouldn't see the small bits of confetti.
And I have some challenges with some of the confetti, but I can see it. And sometimes I actually have I have a magnifier, like y'all can see my light. Over my stitching chair, I have a light that has magnifier, and I take my magnifier, and I can look at it and see too.
What's next?
Alright, next up, I had the best of intentions for this project, y'all, but because of the way my week went, because Tuesday afternoon, Mom and I went to go birthday present shopping for my niece. I did midnight sale, and I did this for something that has a moon, big old moon on it. Big old moon on it.
You want a joke I just thought of something you could do that'd be just funny?
What?
Anything with a ring.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's an eclipse. There's the moon right there in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a dork.
Yes. This is on Fireflies from the Slovak Farm. Supernaturals is on Heirloom from the Slovak Farm. I only got 312 stitches on it. I was going to do this for 2 prompts, but I pretty much didn't start stitching on this until Friday morning. I stitched on it a bit in the car because I'm just filling in the moon. So that was kind of easy. And then I stitched on it in the hotel Friday night and just said that's enough for right now. Next time I pull it out, I'll definitely want to put a significant amount in it because I want to get that moon finished. Because that moon is giant. I don't know what else to say about that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. This is called for in Krynic. I am doing it in Eltwall. the white Eltoile, even though technically the white Eltoile is a bit gray, it works for a moon. And then I kind of, sort of, okay. So it calls for a significant number of beads and trinix. A significant number of beads. I did not get the Mill Hill beads. I got reasonable facsimiles from Hobby Lobby. Yes, they're all from Hobby Lobby.
So that's what those were for. We also went there this week, didn't we?
No, those were for my Secret Stitcher.
Okay, yeah, but we went there this week too, didn't we?
Yes, we went there. Well, we went there on Saturday.
Which was still between videos.
No, it was before the last video.
It was? Oh,
I didn't get anything. Well, I think I got a skein of yarn for myself, but... Oh, and I got a frame to finish my round Tree of Life for my friend. So, I just kind of pulled...
God bless you.
And I think there's some metallics that I have pulled from my stash that match. Because frankly, I wasn't buying all that. So, I said I needed something easy to start of my birthday starts for this weekend because we were traveling. That's why. I was able to get, actually, a decent start on this because, you know, spending time with the girls, hanging out at their house. I did not have to entertain them with my crafting. They had their own stuff at their house. So I started Liberty Pirate, aka Booty Pirate.
Let me know when I can pop it up.
Pop it up there. This is stitched on 28 count heirloom by the Slovak Farm. And I got 900 and some odd stitches. 965 stitches on it. I did 2 monthlies, the P and the L, and then I finished Solar Eclipse Week by relating it to the number 7 because pirates sail on the 7 seas. Thank you, Joe. So there we have it. And yes, as you can tell, I have a significant amount of it done. I jokingly said, feels like one of those projects, if I really wanted to, I could sit and finish it, but I don't really want to. After today. I just don't. I want to switch projects.
And that's why you don't do one project at a time.
Yes, that's why I don't do one project at a time. That is my stitching for the week. So, not a lot of different projects, but I'm getting good progress on the projects I'm doing, which has kind of been my thing lately, is wanting to get significant progress on stuff.
You want it to be really easy to notice the difference in those photos.
Yes.
This is the before, this is the after. If you can't tell the difference, you're blind.
I did work on crocheting my cocoon cardigan while we were there this weekend. Also, you know, driving there, driving back, and some while we were there. But it's seeing the progress on it's kind of weird. So, all right, I need to pause the video and grab my haul. Actually, what I'm going to really do is put my book over on with my stitching and put my haul on the table. So we'll be right back. Haul.
Y'all. Yee-haw! Okay, I got this tin, which I don't know if I'm going to cover up the thing is, because I actually don't mind the fact that it's fruit.
Yeah.
I like grapes. I like peaches. I don't know what the heck that is. It's a blueberry?
No, that's a...
No, this is a grape too, I think.
That's a plum.
Okay. I'm adding this to my wife's stash. It's filled with floss. So I'm going to give this to you because basically your stash is our staff of this.
Yeah.
And then I got this, that a beautiful, lovely, awesome woman I know is going to help me modify it into a dice roller.
There you go.
We're going to line the inside with felt so you can easily roll dice in it.
You want to hold up your random tools?
Not really. It's just tools.
Okay, you got some random
Needle nose pliers and stuff.
She did jewelry making, so she had some needle nose pliers and tweezers and stuff.
And that's it.
That's it. So this was the other thing that I got for my birthday. It's a Baba Yoda. Mandalorian. My niece is really big into Star Wars, so it was all Star Wars themed, and they got little balloons that had. Mine's 41 because I'm old. Hers was 13 because she's 13, so I had this cute little cup. And I got another cute little cup that my sister-in-law and littlest niece made. This really cute cutout cricket thing.
I will say that it was really cute that I didn't realize that the thing I got my niece for her birthday so matched our decorations. You'd think it was planned.
I know. Well, she's really into Star Wars.
I know, but it was specifically what theme they went with.
And we were in Cincinnati. So you know what that means. I went to Jungle Jim's and got the Tim Tam Haul.
I didn't know they had that many versions.
I only have 4 versions. I bought 2 packs of one version, but they had like a bunch. And those have gone up in price, which saddens me a little bit. I will not tell you how much I spent on each pack because my husband will probably know. So
Excuse me?
Well, Puck's pack.
They're exotic candy from halfway around the world.
Australia.
I would not... Halfway around the world.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if half of that was shipping.
I wouldn't be either. So I brought home a bunch of yarn, cotton yarn from Annie's Yarn Stash. I totally forgot to. I have to email Doris and see if she has gotten rid of what she brought. I know she won't be at the April meeting, but anyways, moving along. I also brought home a tub of
Knitting and crochet. Is that what it
knitting
is?
needles. Knitting needles. This
Here.
is all circular needles. These are all crochet hooks. And those are all knitting needles. And there's some latch hook hooks, which I do latch hook. I have a latch hook thing. So.
Oh, I was just looking at those going, I might want to borrow that actually.
Okay, well, you can.
The one that looks like a dental pick?
Mm-hmm.
I got myself one other thing. It's not stitching related, so I'm not going to measure it. But I help with that.
Okay, and then I also brought home a tub of various glues and
Paper cutter.
yes, tools. Some tools. Well, a rotary cutter, a pair of scissors, a cute little scissor fob that I think Annie made. It's a pumpkin and it says boo. We're not going to show you each of those items individually. What else did I get for my... So, at the Benjamin Franklin store, yeah, it had a bunch of crafty stuff, so I got some yarns, got some cotton yarns and some scrubby yarn. I don't know why.
Ooh, shiny.
I have a whole crochet bag. I have a whole, like, knitting crochet bag full of cotton yarns.
Hey, honey.
What?
Ooh, shiny.
Yes, ooh, shiny. I also got myself a diamond painting. There it is. Sunflowers. There's a theme in my life. Sunflowers. You know what? I'm really bummed about the glass I broke. Yeah, this really cute sunflowers on it.
There we go.
And I got myself some dot runners for my paper crafting. That can go in there. So, also for my birthday, they made a little cake topper for my cake. You can't see it. Sorry. They got me a keychain. That's my initial. It's an L. A sunflower in a mason jar needle embroidery kit, stamped embroidery kit. So the pattern is stamped on the cloth, and it's all stem stitch. And it's a full kit. You get the floss, a needle. You get a John James needle, and do that. And then they got me another diamond painting. It's a boot. It's a cowgirl boot.
Boop, 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 boop,
Everything with boots. I'm a cowgirl. Boots. And it's got flowers in it. Okay, that's all of my haul. Yes, there was a lot. But between Needlework Guild and birthday, and in case you missed it, my birthday present from Joe was divided ceramic plates. Go watch our last live at the 30-ish minute mark.
Didn't I shorten that video up for you and send it to you?
No, you did not. You could not. I have to see if I can yank it off of YouTube, download it off of YouTube, and maybe shorten it. But I opened my present and lost my poop laughing.
When a gag gift isn't a gag, which is what makes it even funnier.
I know. So let's talk plans. I need you to move that, please.
You know, I'm trying to keep it out of my way. I'm going to make noise with it.
Okay. What are your plans, darling?
I don't know which way is up. I don't know which way is down.
Kind of how I feel today.
Because I still got more stuff to do after this. Hopefully I can get some stitching at some point this weekend. I got some other crap I have to deal with first. But once we get that done, not worry about it.
Okay. Well, Friday's prompts were autism awareness. It is Autism Awareness Month. So, the wonderful Lynn, who watches our channels, is a friend of mine, actually wrote the prompts for autism awareness.
Okay.
So, the first prompt is to stitch all of your stitches in blue. I have one option.
Okay.
Christmas in blue. I only wrote down, now I'm going to asterisk this with, I only wrote down items that would cross over with something else that was already on the list, because I want to stitch on things multiple times. Stitch on something that has a male in it. Christmas in blue would qualify, so does Fall on the Farm, so does the sampler that I will not name. Belle has a male on it because it has the beast, and Autumn at Hawkrun Hollow.
Christmas in
I'm pretty
blue.
sure Autumn at Hawkrun Hollow.
Christmas in blue.
Okay. This is the 300-400 weeks, so yeah. I may have you pick an alternative.
Oh no, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm looking for.
Prompt number 3 is to stitch on something that puzzled you. And explain why. All of my offerings have puzzled me in some way. I will not give you the explanation for each of them.
Turtle!
But I was going to say, Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, Celtic Valentine, Quaker Turtle, Sampler Book, Lace Corset, and the sampler I will not name. Stitch on something that has a border or 2 of the same items. So, yeah. There are already things that I've named in the previous list. Turtle. I'm pretty sure they have 2 of... Well, I know that he's got 2 flippers that are the same.
Hey, honey. His shells are repeating pattern that's symmetrical.
I know. And we're back. It was a spam call.
Oops, sorry. We're expecting a call for something else. That's why we stopped.
Yeah, he's expecting a call for something else. And then the last one is to stitch on your newest whip. Technically, it would be Booty Pirate, but it's birthday month. I'm starting more. So it's going to fall to Rags to Riches. I'll just wait until the end of the week to start to do that prompt. I do need to figure out how to tie this into some of the remaining letters for the monthly.
What are the remaining letters for the monthly?
You had to ask.
I'm going to ask every week when you bring it up.
Hold on. Gotta get there.
I'm holding.
Okay, ouch. Nope. Yep, there we go. Doop. Okay. I have an A.
Okay, what do you need, not what you have?
I need an A,
Okay.
an R, an I, another R, an A, another I, an N, and a Y.
N and Y?
Yes. Well, the two R's would work because the title is Rags to Riches.
Oh, I'm not even done there with that. Yellow dress for Y.
Is it really yellow?
It's goldish yellow to me.
Okay.
She has yellow hair, it's blonde.
Okay.
Let me see. So we have R.
Probably only need 2 letters.
Oh no, I'm having fun. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. That's plenty. So we're good there. So, Rags Churches will be started this here weekend coming up. I don't have all the colors I need for it. I know I have most of, if not all of the colors for this here central window. I am doing it as one piece. I know I have most of the colors for the central window. I think what I'm mostly missing colors for is the blue dress. Still waiting for them to arrive from the supplier. So that will be this weekend's start. Now, the start for cross stitch weekend for my birthday crazy starts is a good tyke from Long Dog Samplers. It says a good tyke must be headed like a snake, backed like a beam, sided like a berm, sided like a bream. I don't know how you would pronounce that word. Tailed like a rat and footed like a cat. Obviously, it's Greyhound. I have Greyhound. I need to get fabric for this and pull the flosses. Gotta love the puppy. And the final week in April, my start will be Miss, or well, no, it's not Miss. It's Sunflower Fairy by Nora Corbett. I purchased this as a PDF from Hersters. It is charted in the Valdani through the three-strand Valdani ball. I have a conversion to do it in Weeks Dye Works. I need to order the Weeks Dye Works flosses. Yeah. Things I must do. I haven't yet. Here's where I need your help. So I'm closing in on finishing my Supernatural Sal and my Tale as Old as Time Sal. Tale as Old as Time is the Sal offering for this week. I am hoping to finish the 300 stitches for that tonight. No guarantees that's going to happen. I am down to just needing to do the letters, Tale as Old as Time, on it. So that should stitch relatively quickly. Relatively, if I can count correctly. There's always the question of whether or not I can. And then you've seen Supernatural. All I have left to do is that bottom border. And then I don't have a Sal prompt. I don't have a Sal project. I have no more Sals. I am not doing Cryptid Sal for reasons.
Do you want me to say it? I can say it.
No.
Oh, I can be very polite about it. We do not agree with the opinions of the creator.
Yes, for reasons. So, I am receiving, I had signed up for and am receiving the Star Touched Meadow Sal. Finally, after we figured out that there was somehow my email got screwed up in her system. So I have November, December, January, February, March, and April of the Star Touch Meadow cells. Those are, and of course I don't have one of them over here. Those are, I believe, 70 stitches by 70 stitches. They're not very big. So the question is, do I start? Yes, dear.
Isn't a sampler book a Sal?
No.
Even though it came in a series?
No. Well, okay, so it was released as a series, but that's not considered a Sal.
Okay. Hey, I barely know the difference between these. So
if it's not a hashtag Sal on Instagram, which, yes, I could probably go on Instagram and find hashtag Sal for a multitude of projects, or it says Sal in the title, that's what applies.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yes, I could probably go on Instagram and find hashtag Sal for stuff that would apply to anything, just about anything I have. IRL. Bless you. And actually, the whole thing I was doing was, I found it when we first started doing the Sal prompt, I found getting supernaturals into a prompt was a challenge. And I found myself, and of course I didn't want to work on Tales all this time because I was struggling. So those just kind of defaulted as
excuses to stitch them.
Reasons to stitch them and say, and definitely with Tales all this time, you only have to do 300 stitches, right? That being said, the Carolyn Manning Star Touch Meadow cells, getting Carolyn Manning's into prompts sometimes is challenging. So what I'm thinking is I will use the Carolyn Manning Star Touch Meadow cell. I don't know if I should. Now, 70 by 70 full coverage is way more than 300 stitches. So I don't know if I should start one and just do it each week as my sal until it's done, or if I should start maybe two of them so I alternate back and forth, or just
actually the way it would work out,
start the ones I have. What?
Okay, 490 plus is for two of them. That would be 980, which would be roughly 325 to 330 each
week
prompt. So you can do one, you can do 2/3 of one, then a third and a third, and then 2/3 of one.
Okay, so that's I guess what we're gonna do.
Yeah, between two of them, you have 900. You have over 900 stitches. So you do 2/3, then you do 2/3, a third on each, and then you do 2/3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you divide 2 by 3.
Because they're not very big.
Yeah, so but about 490. That's 7 by 7 is 49.
Yeah, 70 by they're 70 by 70.
That's 490.
I'm pretty sure they're 70 by 70. Hang on.
7070. Wouldn't that be 4,900? Hold on, I think it is.
Hold, please. We have brain breaking. I think I still have the email. If I can find the bottom of my emails.
I may have missed a 0.
Oh, I forgot some whole.
Han, this is how big they are.
Okay.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. I was thinking...
Yeah, they're a little over 70 by 70.
Yeah, which means they're about 5,000 stitches each.
They're 77 by 77. Yeah, I knew they were not that small.
Okay, I am sorry. That's 5,929.
So it would take me 19.76 weeks to complete one. Here's what we're going to do, folks. So, I mean, tell me what you would do. Would you, like, start one, or would you just... I think what I may do is start the first one, which would be the November one, and stitch on it that first week. see how I go. Maybe just apply it to the style prompt until I'm tired of stitching on it for the style prompt and start a next one. Also an option. I forgot haul. Hold, please. So yes, give me your opinions on how you would handle the Star Touched Meadow Sal if you were me.
I'm good at math normally, I swear. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that 0 and a 0 make two zeros.
The haul I forgot. My favorite yarn dyer, indie yarn dyer, Destination Yarns, had an eclipse set pre-order. That was pre-order. They shipped it out on the 1st, and I got it. I did not buy all 6 of the skein colorways. I only bought the 4. This is called the Galaxy set. I have pretty yarns. I need to start crocheting and knitting faster. I need to learn how to knit. I need to start crocheting faster.
There's another idea.
Stop buying so much yarn.
Start buying it slower.
I really honestly, like I said, I don't know why I do know why I bought the cotton yarn. Because we are going into summer and crocheting on that shrug, that cocoon shawl that I'm making in the car on the way home today was roasty toasty. We're going into summer. I probably want something a little lighter to crochet on. So I like crocheting on dishcloths during the summer because they're little. They're hand size. They don't fill my lap with heavy, thick yarn.
Yeah, because she can't stitch in the vehicle anymore because my vehicle changed. And if she tried to cross stitch, I would probably be knocked unconscious and then we would die.
Actually, well, I did manage to successfully stitch on Midnight Sale in the vehicle.
I'm just saying compared to before.
Well, yeah, it is a little more challenging because you have a smaller vehicle. I tried to cross stitch on something. One of the times I went with Mom and Dad down to Amish country, and I just struggled to see. Now, this was before I got my new glasses, and it was kind of dim out that day. So that could have been the problem. Oh, and I wasn't using my Nurge hoops. So that could have been my problems. But I like crocheting in the car because it's a little bit more mindless. And I noticed that, like, when I'm socializing with people who aren't crafters and aren't crafting, I like the crocheting, again, the mindless crocheting, because it's a little easier to chit-chat. So that is this week's video that we thought was going to be like 30 minutes, and it's now at 47. 48. Oops.
Yeah.
Luckily, dinner is leftovers from the weekend because I made cheeseburger sliders, and I brought the cheeseburger sliders home so we could have them for dinner.
Yay!
Thank you all for spending a little bit of time with us. What would we like the people to do, darling?
Please like, comment, share, subscribe, the bell notification, thingy bobby, and please check out our streams on Saturdays. And if you are subscribed and you hit that little bell, you get the little ding ding saying, hey, we're live.
And actually, I have learned that if I set up the live, like I say we're going to go live, getting ready to go live, before I give it, like, it'll say the Slovak Farm is planning on going live. So you get notification a little bit quicker.
I've actually seen people put that 5 hours ahead of time.
Yeah, we're not going to do all that. But...
Oh, I'm just letting you know.
Okay. So thank you for spending some time with us. We hope you were entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Look at my basil, people. Look at my basil. It's like out of control. Have a fabulous week, and thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.